and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our singing star, Miss Kitty Reed.
Hello world, this is Miss Kitty Reed, and today on Amish Book Club, we are going to be discussing The Parting by Beverly Lewis. This is a unique book to the Amish fiction genre. I would love to hear what everyone thought, so please comment. My assistant today is Krissa. She is an American Girl doll, the Girl of the Year of 2009. Anyway, The Parting was published in 2007. It is the first book of the Courtship of Nellie Fisher trilogy. The protagonist is Nellie Mae Fisher, a 17-year-old Amish girl. She lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She runs a bakery next to her home. Nellie is hardworking and devoted to the Amish traditions. She begins courting Caleb Yoder, and they quickly fall in love. Nellie lives with her parents, Reuben and Betsy, and her sisters Nan and Rhoda. The family is grieving the loss of 16-year-old Susie, who died a few months prior to the events of the book by drowning when she went to the lake with her English friends. I want to start off by saying that unlike many Amish fiction books, this one is not heavily plot-driven. The plot comes bit by bit as the characters live their daily lives. Many scenes in the book feature characters being introspective and reflective. Even though this does little to advance the plot, it provides insight into Caleb and the Fisher family. I also want to mention that The Parting takes place in 1966, so it is a historical Amish fiction novel. Early in the novel, Nellie's feelings for Caleb have finally been reciprocated. They begin a relationship and go on long buggy rides at night, as is the Amish custom. Caleb comes from a very strict family and is wary about courting Nellie because he fears a bad reputation. There is gossip about Susie having been wild and sinful, and Caleb's father might not approve. Meanwhile, there is unrest in the Amish community. Some men want tractors and other modern conveniences. There are frequent secret meetings about these matters. Nellie's father, Reuben, has been stoic in grieving for Susie. He believes that Susie is in hell because she had not been baptized when she died. Reuben visits his cousin Jonathan, who is soon to be shunned over his belief in the Bible over Amish traditions. Jonathan shows Reuben some passages from the New Testament that give him comfort. Reuben begins to read the Bible and has a spiritual experience where he converts to a different form of Christianity. Through Reuben's guidance, Betsy converts as well. Throughout this change in the household, Nellie wants to learn more about Susie's life. She digs up Susie's diary that she had buried months before. Nellie is horrified to learn that Susie drank alcohol, smoked, and had an English boyfriend. She becomes ashamed of her sister, but later discovers that Susie abandoned this lifestyle after her conversion at a revival meeting. There's another subplot featuring Nellie's friend Rosanna. Rosanna is unable to have children, and so her cousin Kate agrees to give her the twins she is pregnant with when they are born. The discontent in the Amish community deepens. Reuben, an Amish clergyman, Preacher Manny, begin a Bible study. Nellie refuses to go at first, but eventually attends and is curious about the new form of worship. The debates over technology and religion create divisions in every Amish family. Eventually, the bishop, Reuben's brother, calls a meeting for all men. Reuben offers a solution for the bishop, for everyone to either remain in the church or join Preacher Manny's group with no shunning for anyone. The bishop agrees. All families are given 90 days to make a choice. Reuben and most of his adult children decide to join Preacher Manny's group. Only Reuben's son Ephraim's family remains in the Old Order Church. Caleb tells Nellie that he must break up with her. Despite his love for her, Caleb's father would disown him for courting Nellie or even attending one Bible study. Caleb would lose the family farm, which is his to inherit as the youngest son, as per Amish custom. Throughout all this turmoil, Nellie remains hopeful for the future. She has not converted to this new form of Christianity, but wants to know what attracted Susie to it. The whole Fisher family is comforted with the belief that Susie is in heaven. The spirituality present in this book is clearly aligned with evangelical Christian beliefs. For those who do not belong to one of those churches, the book comes across very differently. One of the major aspects of this book is characters accepting the belief of assurance of salvation. This is the belief that you can know with certainty that you will go to heaven, usually after a conversion experience. This is a belief common among evangelicals, and the treatment of this issue in the novel is indicative of the author's religious beliefs. Beverly Lewis is a member of the Assemblies of God churches, which are Pentecostal evangelical churches that teach assurance of salvation. Reuben adopting the assurance of salvation doctrine is a sign that he is spiritually matured in the book. Conversely, the Amish are portrayed as wrongly focused on a person's works or actions being a prerequisite for heaven. The Amish are also seen as holding too fast to traditions not found in the Bible. As a Catholic, I do not support assurance of salvation, but I do not agree with the Amish faith on some of their practices and traditions. So it is strange to read a book in a genre I know so well and feel like an outsider. The usual implicit appeals to religion in Amish fiction do not resonate with me here. For the first time, I was not the target audience. I actually enjoyed feeling this way. I was able to think critically about religious messages in Amish fiction in ways I never have before. I got a behind-the-scenes look at what other people think about Amish fiction, because for once I was on the outside looking in. I enjoyed this experience of thinking about religious themes in literature. Where do I begin? Beverly Lewis is the queen of Amish fiction for a reason. Never have I read such beautiful interior monologue scenes in an Amish fiction novel. These scenes give such a clear picture of several characters, Nellie in particular. Readers get to know Nellie's thoughts and not just what she does to advance the plot. The same goes for Susie. Readers get such a vivid picture of her life through flashback scenes that she feels very real to readers. I appreciate the slow burn of the plot. It unwinds like real life would. This takes superb writing skills, and Beverly Lewis shows here why she is so revered. The novel is never boring, but starts slowly, and by the end the plot is moving rather quickly. I was so excited to read a book about divisions in an Amish church. Amish church districts have split countless times over the years, and finally we get to see this in Amish fiction. Also, the majority of Amish fiction is focused on the Old Order Amish, but there are many other Amish groups. Here we get to see the beginnings of a New Order Amish church. In a historical setting, it is refreshingly unique and made me quite happy. I will give this book a 7 out of 7. I never thought I would fangirl over Beverly Lewis, but here we are. People love Beverly Lewis because she is such an amazing writer. What more can I say? I would recommend this to every Amish fiction fan, especially those who want a different kind of book than the typical Amish novel. Krista would like to remind all of you out there on the information superhighway to share your thoughts on this book in the comments section. Our next book will be Secrets of the Amish Diary by Rachael Phillips. Please check with your local library to see if they have it on the shelves. If not, I am sure they would be happy to get it for you through interlibrary loan. This has been Amish Book Club with Miss Kitty Reed. This is Miss Kitty Reed and Krista signing off. See you later in Amish Book Club.
Living in the rhythm that I'm speaking of. You'll be happy in your work if you're in love. You'll be happy in your work if you're in love.